Tro, thank you very much for your insight on that. We now move over to the African continent for our next story, where a confidential United Nations report has accused Rwanda of exercising command and control over M23 rebels during their advance in eastern Congo, giving Kigali access to mineral-rich territory and expanded political influence. According to the report, Rwanda provided military training to M23 recruits and deployed advanced weapon systems, including technology capable of neutralizing air assets, giving the rebels a decisive tactical advantage. The report, submitted to the UN Security Council Sanctions Committee in May, says Rwanda's support for M23 was not primarily aimed at combating the FDLR militia, as Kigali claims, but rather seizing additional Congolese territory. M23 rebels seized the key cities of Goma and Bukavu earlier this year, and the UN report estimates 6,000 Rwandan troops have been active in Congo's North and South Kivu provinces. It also accuses Rwanda of violating an international arms embargo and of firing a missile that killed a UN peacekeeper in January. The report also says M23's withdrawal from the mineral-rich area of volatile was made under direct instructions from Rwanda. Rwanda and Congo have yet to respond to the allegations, but the report also notes that Congo has been providing logistical support to FDLR fighters and pro-government militias in violation of UN's sanctions. We're now joined by Mahmoud Mohamed Nuruddin, who's an African journalist, and he joins us from Ghana. Thank you very much for joining us, Mahmoud. What could these UN findings mean for the regional stability and Rwanda's relations with the United Nations, and also, of course, neighbouring Congo moving forward?
So this has been a major issue being raised by several people after Rwanda and DR Congo signed the peace deal. It was a question of if Rwanda didn't know anything about M23 group, why then would they sign a peace deal? Because you are signing a peace deal for what exactly if you don't have interest or you don't have hand in security issues in DR Congo? So this was one of the issues being raised by many people, and the fact that if Rwanda didn't know anything about M23 group, and how will the peace deal actually resolve the issue in the eastern part of DR Congo, where the M23 group has actually taken most of the cities and towns and communities there? So it's something that needs to be looked at very well. Probably Rwanda was under pressure to sign the peace deal, but it is important for them to agree or to take a second look at their stance and probably see what they can do to support the peace deal in this particular area. Because if these documents that are coming from UN is pointing fingers at Rwanda, then it means that they will need to do something important to ensure that they will be able to implement this peace deal, to ensure that peace will return to the eastern part of DR Congo. Other than that, if we don't really know, now DR Congo itself government says it doesn't know anything about the M23 group, and Rwanda is also not interested in accepting the fact that there are those, backing or supporting the group, then it becomes a difficult issue. Now, even though the peace deal has been signed, but it becomes difficult now that these findings are pointing fingers at Rwanda.
Yes, Mahmoud Mohamed Nuruddin, thank you very, very much for joining us on